Hey guys, so I'm about to start my Sunday sauce. I'm just prepping my garlic. I chopped my onions. I'm gonna start, oh, that was my oven beeping for my muffins. But I'm gonna start my onions and garlic. All I do is I do a swirl of any kind of oil. I really like avocado oil, but I also sometimes use olive oil, so you could try either one or a combination of both. So you just do a swirl in the bottom of your pot, and then you add your onions. And you want to caramelize them, so you want to wait until they get like see-through, and then they start to brown a little bit, and then they'll be really, really sweet and delicious. Even if you don't like onions, if you chop them small and just keep them at the bottom of your pot, they're really, really yummy when you caramelize them. So I'm just cracking my garlic. I'm gonna use 6 cloves of garlic in my sauce, and I'm gonna use 3 16-ounce cans of sauce. I'm gonna use 3 different kinds of tomatoes. I'm gonna use a crushed, a diced, and either a pureed or a sauce, whatever you have. I like to use 3 different kinds. I like different texture in my sauce. If you don't like different texture, you can just use all sauce, use all pureed. And if you don't have time to let it sit and simmer all day, you can use some tomato paste to thicken it up. That's a nice little trick also. Okay, so I'm just almost done peeling my garlic, and I'm gonna get my onions started. All right, so you're gonna turn your oil on medium and add in your onions. And then once they're starting to turn brown, then you're gonna turn it all the way down and add your garlic. Of course you can be my helper, Lou. Okay, so first I'm gonna turn on my onion. Sure, I'm gonna turn on my stove, not my onion. Here, let me grab a seat for my Lucy. Here you go, my darling. I'm gonna stand right up there, okay? I'm gonna swirl. Do you want to do this part? Swirl some oil. Okay, I got my helper back. She's gonna help me do my sauce. So our first step, you want to wave? No? Okay, we're gonna pour in our oil. So we're just gonna do 2 swirls. Ready? 1, 2. Okay. Does it look good? Yeah. Okay. Next, we're gonna add in our onion, which we chopped.
What are you doing?
Just like that. Okay?
Can
So
I
we're gonna,
put it in?
yeah, careful. You're gonna help me push. Push it all in there.
I don't want to
Okay. All right. Then we're gonna let that simmer. And once it starts to turn, I'm gonna turn it on low and I'll add my garlic. Okay guys, now my onions are looking pretty caramelized if you want to see. So that means now it's time to add our garlic. So, like I said, I'm going to add about 6 cloves of garlic to my onion mixture. And it's just, all that's in there right now is olive oil and onions. That is it. So now my house is gonna start to smell really yummy when I add my garlic. You can hear my kids screaming outside with their dad playing in the background. All right, so I'm gonna add my garlic. And then I'm gonna stir it up. Let it just start to cook a little bit because you don't wanna burn your garlic. Then it'll smell funny, it'll taste burnt, it won't be good. So we're gonna add in our 6 cloves of garlic. Give that a nice little stir. And like I said, if you really like garlic, you can add a little bit more. 6 is kind of a lot if they're big. So stick to, I would say 4 to 7, depending on how big they are. You wanna give that a nice little mix. And let that sit for about a minute only, not too long. I'll let you see that. Okay, looking good. Okay, next I'm gonna spice it. Okay, so I like to spice my garlic and onion mixture because I think adding spice to the oil makes it really, really taste amazing. So now I'm just adding some parsley. I like fresh herbs. I don't really like a lot of the dried herbs. If you can do fresh herbs, if you can't, you don't have access to them, or you just don't have them at home, or they're too hard to keep, too expensive, then you can do dried. So I do parsley, and I do basil, a good amount of basil. I love basil. You can also do oregano. I'm not going to add oregano this time because I don't have fresh and I just want to keep it fresh. And oregano is a strong flavor, so it's up to you. If you love oregano, be my guest, have at it. You can do as much oregano as I do basil. So I'm starting to add my basil now. And I just love the way the fresh basil smells. I used to, when we lived in Harrington Park, have a garden of basil just at hand. And I would use it in absolutely everything. I'm not that lucky here in Nevada. It's much harder to grow things here. But I do buy it a lot. And I do love it. So I'm going to add a good amount of basil to my sauce. Then I'm going to stir that around. And you know what, guys? This is a really nice sauce just for if you want just this with pasta. It's delicious. You don't even really need the red sauce. You can just do this with a little bit of white wine. And it's so, so yummy. And you can even add lemon if you want. But this is a good base for just about everything. So onion, garlic, oil. Onion, garlic, oil, and my spices. Okay? My goodness, that smells incredible. I'm gonna salt and pepper this. Let it sit for another minute or two. Then I'm gonna add in carrots, because I like putting carrots in my sauce. My grandpa used to do that, and it was so yummy, and it reminds me of my childhood. So I always like to add some fresh carrots to my sauce. But if you guys aren't a fan of carrots, you don't have to do that either. So I'm gonna add probably 1.5 cups of carrots to my sauce. Give that a nice little stir. I'm gonna add wine to my sauce today, a little bit of red wine, like 1/2 cup. But you guys don't have to if you don't want to, or if you don't have time to let it cook out, because it will cook out. There won't be any alcohol in it. It's just the flavor. Yummy. Smells delicious. Okay. So I'm going to turn that up a little bit now. And then I'm going to add in my 3 different cans of tomatoes. I'm going to use a crushed tomato can. A lot of times people think that the brands matter, what brand of tomatoes you buy. It doesn't matter so much. It matters more that you use a variety, I think. Some people swear by some. I haven't found that it really matters. Some are more watery than others, but then you just need to cook it longer to make it cook off the water. Okay, so there's my crushed. Next I'm gonna do a puree, which is just more saucy. And then I'm gonna add my diced. A little more salt and pepper. Then my wine. Then I'm just gonna let it simmer and simmer and simmer until dinner time. So if you can let it simmer on low as you can all day, stir as much as you can because you don't want the bottom to burn. If you don't have all day to do it, 1 hour, 2 is good. Because you'll see it does look beautiful already. I'm gonna add a little more basil just because I love it. And some salt and pepper, some wine, and then I'm just gonna let it simmer. And you can use any wine, your favorite wine. A dry wine, some people really like in the sauce, but really it's preference. So whatever you guys want, whatever kind of wine you want. Okay, I'm gonna grab my measuring cup. And I'm gonna add some wine. This is only 1/3, so I'm gonna add maybe 2 of these. It wasn't full, so yeah, that's good. Okay. Oh my goodness, that looks amazing. Yum. Smells even better than it looks. I hope you guys try to make your own sauce from scratch. As you can see, it's not that hard. If I had the time and energy, some people even like to use fresh tomatoes. But like I said earlier, I need quick and easy because I have 3 little kids running around, so the quicker the better. Okay, so now salt, pepper, and then I'm just gonna let it simmer. I'll show you guys what it looks like, and I'll show you once it's all done tonight. Because it's gonna cook down a couple of inches. I'm gonna turn it to medium low. That is a nice pot of sauce. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you later.